Cronin Toyota and Cronin Nissan are honored to partner with Proudly We Served, as well as the continued support of our local active and retired military veterans across eastern Indiana.
I'm Al Bledsoe, Veterans of Foreign War, Post 1108.
Hey, I'm Ron Chappell. I'm chaplain for our local Vietnam Veterans Post 777 here in the beautiful city of Richmond, Wayne County. And we welcome you to Proudly We Served.
And today our guest is going to be Kyle Ingram, and he is the director at Circle U Help Center here in Richmond on 13th Street. And I'm going to let him introduce himself and just give me a little background of what Circle U does.
Kyle?
Good morning, folks. Al, Ron, great to be with you folks today. Circle U Help Center has been around in the area since 1979. And we are located at 19 North 13th Street here in Richmond. We are currently serving around 1,600 hot meals monthly. We serve 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. We have 3 pantries each month, the second and the fourth Saturdays of each month from 2 to 4 here at Circle U. And then we've just begun a third pantry at the Boys and Girls Club. Have developed a relationship with those folks there from 10 to 12 on the third Saturday of each month. And it's a wonderful organization. I'm blessed to be a part of it and to be associated with individuals out like yourself and Ron, who, as we move forward today, and looking to serve another viable part of our community, and that being the veterans.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Kyle. And of course, you and I have talked about this a little bit, about the veteran community and the need that we actually have for that. The problem is getting, of course, all of those logistics together. We did quite a bit partnering with Cronin over the holidays, and we pretty much got quite a bit of food out there on Thanksgiving Day, day before. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about what we can do in the veteran community, where we can start that distribution, how that has to happen, and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, as you mentioned, Al, in our discussions, having a place where we could distribute the product from, whether it's here on our property or, as we discussed, maybe there at the VFW off of 8th Street. The food pantries that we run, we, as a government agency, and being able to hand out all kinds of canned goods, cereal, frozen meats. It provides, with the pantries that we currently do on a monthly basis, the quantities that we're able to distribute gets families through at least a 2-week, 3-week period. And what we would like to do with the veterans is much the same thing, is that at least one day a month, we would package a box of canned goods, dried goods, cereal, frozen meats, enough food for those who are in need to at least get through for a 2 or 3 week period of time.
Now, if I was watching this as a normal viewer, my question would be, why do we need a special focus on veterans? That would be my question.
I think the answer to that, and Kyle can
you
answer
guys
that,
had
or
that
I'll
discussion.
answer it.
I'm a veteran. I want it, but I just
okay, so let me try to answer that, and
be
then Kyle can kind of fill us in if we need to.
Okay.
Sure.
I think the biggest reason is you really don't have a lot there that's actually focused on veterans. At one time we used CBOC, and as a distribution point. And then the government came in and decided we shouldn't do that anymore. So then it moved to the Salvation Army.
Right.
So then when COVID hit, then all of that stuff hit the wall. There was nobody out there that was really trying to promote and trying to help veterans. So I've talked to those people. I talked to the Salvation Army, and I've talked to people like that. And I said, well, you know, we're going to come at this thing at an angle that we want to be able to provide for every veteran that has a need. I'm not talking just a few select guys. I'm talking about every veteran, and Kyle can back this and tell me we're headed with it, because he's actually the director and I take instructions from him. But we've kind of taken this on as Cronin, who sponsors our program. Cronin has seen fit to let us use one of their buildings. So we store, I don't know how much food we store, but it works out really well the way it's working. When they need food, they can come out, load it up. They don't have to call Indianapolis. They don't have to run over there. It's all delivered from Gleaners in Midwest, I guess.
Correct.
And then
Okay.
actually they're delivering to Cronin now. So we unload it, and then Kyle comes down and picks it up and takes it down to Circle U. So it's really a good fit for what we're trying to do. We just need to get the word out, I think. So,
Al and Ron, without partners like Cronin, the amount of product and most of it is all dry goods, that we're able to store at the Cronin facility, we don't have currently the available space to store that amount of product. So we were looking for a partner locally that we could use. Dot Foods for a while helped us store a lot of our frozen product until we were able to get a lot of that moved out our door. So it's partnerships like that enable us at Circle U to serve the community and those in need. And if I could just add a little thing about the veterans, Ron, I think there is a perception out there, not only within our community, but across the country, that a certain segment of our population isn't in need. And I think the veterans here locally fall in that category. I think people would be surprised, maybe even shocked at the number of veterans who we have here that we serve who are either homeless, on disability, and in need, just like those who have fallen on hard times. I mean, we've got folks who have lost their jobs that were hardworking, blue-collar individuals that the last thing you would think they need would be food and supplies to get through to the next week. And so in talking with Al and his ambition as well as ours here at Circle U to help those in need, veterans falls in that category, which is why we are wanting to expand our horizons here at Circle U to help all of those that we can possibly help, that we can reach with our abilities to provide one of life's essentials, and that being food.
Yeah, I just brought that up for that person who might be out there who may be, wondering about that. But I think it's unconscionable that a veteran would not be able to have food and clothing and a place to live. Just so what you guys are doing, what we're doing here, this is awesome. This is great.
Well, I think the idea though is a part of that is as well as I do. A veteran will talk to you sometimes when they won't go talk to somebody else if they got an issue.
That's right.
So my thinking on the whole thing is when I brought this up at Circle U one night was that's something that we just need to look at, because we need to look at the veteran community because it's overlooked. Like he said, a lot of people just assume, hey, they're okay. But there are a lot of veterans that really need support in the community. So Circle U was, if you will, willing to take this on among their other tasks that they do. They're willing to take this on, and this is a big undertaking because it's just a lot to it. Logistics to make it, like Kyle drives a truck, and they've got another person that his assistant, but it's just never ending, isn't it? I mean, it just never quits. I mean, there's always a need.
Wow.
It seems like.
Do you have a need for volunteer help, labor, or anything, Kyle?
Ron, we have a wonderful supporting cast of volunteers. Most of them are church affiliated that come in and help us on our food pantry days on Saturday. We have a slew of volunteers that use our website, which is circleu.org. And it's the word circle, the letter u.org, that will sift through the website and under the heading of volunteers, will sign up or say, hey, if you are in need, please feel free to give me a call. We can't do what we do without volunteers. And it truly is a volunteer because they're not paid. They take time out of their own day. We delivered over 750 Thanksgiving meals this Thursday. And the amount of support and the folks that volunteered to drive and make those deliveries, and the folks who were helping prepare the meals. Mayor Dave Snow was there from basically sunup to leaving around 1 o'clock that afternoon. So, individuals like himself, who, let's be honest, he's the mayor of the city of Richmond. He's doing a great job, but yet here he is on a Thanksgiving Day holiday, coming down to Circle U Help Center to help support members of his community, which I think is outstanding.
That's awesome.
He was out at the dealership for our little Thanksgiving Day dinner, and it's really something because he said he's just always done that. Yeah. That's just part of his Thanksgiving is working at Circle U, and I was really amazed at that. I thought maybe he just dropped in a little bit, but he actually stays there and works the whole time, and it's a pretty long day, and it's very intense because you're feeding people. So you've got to keep the line moving, as the old saying goes. So, Kyle, talk to us a little bit how we can make this work. I've not fully talked to leadership at the Veterans of Foreign War, but I want to talk to them about how we can make this work for a veteran to make it easy, where they can. It's, if you will, no drama to it. You just, if you need a box, come pick up a box, that kind of thing. So how do we make that work logistically?
Well, I think, Al, that, as we move forward into 2021, the first thing would be to establish a date and stick to a certain day of the week, whether it's a Friday, late afternoon, whether it's a Saturday morning. And with the effort that we could put forth and the volunteers that we have, we could say, depending upon the number of veterans that would want to, I don't want to say sign up, but would feel a need to have a box, we can prepare the boxes prior to that particular date and time. We'd have our food pantry truck there, whether it's on site at the VFW, whether it's done at Cronin, whether it's here at our facility at Circle U. And as those folks came in, sign up, all we would need is a name, and we would then present to them their box, which would be canned vegetables, canned fruit, frozen meat, box of cereal, and other items that can get them through, for a 2 or 3 week period.
Okay, here's the problem I have, guys. Okay. As I'm listening to this, how do we establish that they're a veteran? And the reason I ask this is because, there are folk who are on the street, guys standing there with signs, I'm a veteran, please help me, and that kind of thing. And I'll pull up and I'll ask them questions that a veteran would know, and they can't answer them. I asked them what unit they were in, what was their pay grade. They can't answer those questions. And I blast them, they ought to be ashamed of themselves for that. But how do we establish that these folks are veterans when they come in? We're going to ask for a copy of their D-214, their veterans card from the VA, something, because believe me, people will attempt to take advantage. Okay, so we need a protocol for. That's what I'm saying.
That's a great point, Ron. And I think initially, that's why it would be best probably to hand the product out, distribute the product on the grounds of the VFW, where those kinds of things, the veterans that are there from day to day, that might be in need, you might know personally. They might know friends who maybe are too embarrassed, or individuals who are too embarrassed to come out and have their hands out, even though it's something that we are more than happy to do in terms of the food distribution. And then moving forward, those kinds of questions that you ask, of individuals as we grow, and I have no doubt that this will grow into a rather large food pantry and food distribution. Maybe those kinds of questions can be asked. I guess more to your point, if there is someone who is in need of food, that's why we have the food pantries we have here on Saturday, the second and the fourth Saturdays each month. They know there is a place that they can come get their food here at Circle U.
Yes.
It's embarrassing, I think, as you said, for an individual to say that they are a service member and to put themselves in a position of being a hero when they no more served in the armed services than I did. I mean, I am not a war veteran. But I think the grounds at the VFW would be a great place to start. Start small for the group of folks that you folks are well aware of, who are veterans, who are in need, and then we can expand the program from there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think we got to kind of grow into it just a little bit at a time, because it would have the potential to really be explosive. I mean, because we hand out food boxes. Vietnam veterans hands out 100 boxes, usually at Christmas time. So the need is there. It's just finding where the need's at and that person coming forward to say, I need something. Basically is what it is. And like he said, the big thing is just the embarrassment of doing that.
Yeah, well, we've got, over 5,000 veterans in Wayne County?
I don't know the exact number, but it's huge. We have a larger veteran community here than just, we're very well blessed with veterans. So, and some of them, they work here on campus, actually. I mean, some of them that work in the military end of it at IU. But the food distribution thing is just something that I think we have to work that angle at it. And I think it might be good to sit down and have a discussion with the heads of the VFW, if you will, and just see kind of what their thinking on it is. The big thing is to keep the government from intervening, if you know what I'm saying, because that would be, I don't know if that's an issue, if that could be an issue. They stopped us at CBOC, but I don't think they can stop us if we're dealing with something, if you will, off campus like that. I don't think.
Yeah. Well, being a veteran, we all have tight times. And I could certainly see where I might have a need to run down there and get me a box. I'm not above that. I'm not above that. So, that's
Ron, a point that you made that, and Al expanded upon it a little bit too, is that it's just not veterans of the city of Richmond.
Right.
It encompasses the entire county of Wayne.
Right.
And I think that's something that, we're not just going to, cut ties within the Richmond city limits. It incorporates and encompasses the entire Wayne County area.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Well, like our organizations, we don't limit it to people just in Richmond.
And the thing of getting that, and that's what we're talking about here a little bit this morning, is getting that word out to Cambridge City, to, for crying out loud, Connorsville, if we have to, or Liberty, all around our area, getting that word out to people, Winchester, just all over, as much as we can. So it has the potential of really being a huge service to veterans, which would be something I think that would be just
Well, you know, Al, we've had
crazy.
members of our Vietnam Veterans Organization who live in Ohio,
Right.
on the bordering portions of Indiana, whom there's been one incident I remember a while back that we helped a person, you know, so that person would be eligible as well, would they not?
Sure.
So
Sure.
it's not just Wayne County, Indiana, we could get into Preble County.
Yeah.
East Central Indiana, you know, Western Ohio.
Man,
know,
I
you-
could see this being something.
It's
Never
just-
leave a brother behind, right?
That's
So,
right, that's right. That's
those,
right.
those who are hungry,
right.
if we have the ability and the capability to at least comfort them for a couple of weeks, then that's a wonderful thing.
I think the big
Man,
big
guys,
thing
this
is
is
just getting the word out and getting the guys that people that really need help, getting them to come forward and say, look, I can do that. So
Yeah.
there's got to be a need only because of if CBOC would join with us and help, they know the people that really have a need, but they can't give that information out. See, that's a little bit disgusting. They should be able to if a person needs something, they should be able to give a name out and say, hey, this guy needs a box, take him a box or something. But they don't do that. They can't do that.
Right,
So
right.
I don't know exactly how we'll make this thing work, but
Well, I think
enough
the
energy in
churches
it,
would
we
be a
will.
great outlet,
yeah,
you know, for information,
sure.
connection to veterans, to get
Sure.
that information to them that they can get out to people.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
And we
okay.
can do our part here at Circle U as well, you know, via our website once we have a definitive path to how we want to go about undertaking the operation, and letting it be known, you know, through our own circles here that we will be having on a certain date a food pantry for, you know, our veterans.
Yeah.
Well, the VFW has a website too, and I'm
Sure.
sure that if I'm sure this will all work, but yeah, they can put it on their website also because a lot of guys, I don't know how many mailers go out each month, but we have a
get-
bulletin
yeah,
every
yeah.
month that goes out that tells everything that's going on at the VFW. So
Yeah, I
there's
only look
nothing
at-
saying we couldn't put something in there.
Yeah. I only look at the menu and the.
Yeah, we have a food menu to people come down there and eat all the time. So, but it's really, to me, it's something that we could really work on to try to provide the service to veterans. If somebody else happens to need something, we shouldn't exclude anybody, but we should focus in on that
Well,
veteran
my thing,
community.
yeah, but I just, for someone who come under the auspices of
Sure.
something that they are not.
Yeah.
That, you know, I mean, yeah, we provide food to everybody, and there are, like Kyle said, there are plenty of opportunities for people in the community to come and get food.
Yeah.
But that's specified for veterans, don't come pretending that you are and you are not.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of bothers me.
Well, I guess at one point, you know, some of the guys, of course, we would know, but at the same time, it wouldn't be a thing that says we couldn't card them if we had to.
Yeah.
Because if you're a veteran, you got a card in your pocket
You
that
got a
says you
card.
are, or you should have.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and we just never know that. That's kind of an unknown thing. But I think the idea with just the truck, bringing the truck into the VFW,
Yes.
and just, if you will, having it pre-boxed and stuff I think that's a fantastic idea.
So that's where we're going to probably need some help, maybe offloading the truck at the
Logistically,
VFW.
we can get guys to help unload truck,
Yeah.
or anything we
Right.
need like that.
Yeah.
Guys are there, and I'm sure they'd help us.
So you guys out there listening, watching this program, okay, when we call you,
Yeah.
all right,
We're going to have a need, so
Yeah, that's good. Well, we got about 2 minutes, guys. I guess, again, Kyle, tell us where you're located, Circle U, if they want to come there, contact information and all that.
All right, we are once again located at 13 North 13th Street, 19 North 13th Street. Our phone number is 966-1013. The website is circleu.com. the letter U.org, and most any and all questions that folks might have can be found and answered on that website. And I want to thank you two for the opportunity to come and join your show today with the importance of what our veterans have done over the 200 plus odd years of our country, to be part of an organization that is willing to help and reach out to them. Like I said before, I'm truly blessed that we can do what we can do here at Circle U.
We appreciate that,
Yeah.
and we'll just see how this develops. It'll start this week,
Yeah.
so we'll start pushing here and just see how that, reach out to that to see how that works, and I'll do some legwork. I'll get involved in it big time with
All right,
seeing
call
what's
me,
going on.
you know, when you and I'll talk.
Sure,
we'll
and
make
he
this
and I are
happen.
going to talk about
Yeah.
this, a little bit of a plan we can have to get the word out there and see how that's accepted,
Yeah.
see how guys want to do that and all that stuff. But
It'll work.
right
It'll
now,
work.
I think it'll really
It'll
work
work.
good. So.
It ain't just us in this. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
We gotta go,
gotta
guys.
cut it,
Kyle,
so.
thank you so much for coming on today, and I know this program is going to work. Al, you got any last words? We got to go work. We're down
No,
to 2
just
seconds.
that this is something that I mean, a lot of thoughts and processes went into it
Yeah.
to ask Circle U to do something
Yeah.
like this. It's kind of a reach for them too, because of the volunteer help that, you know, you always need volunteer help. So
Yeah.
to me, it's just a real vision that if we can grab a hold of it,
We got
we'll
it.
make it work.
We got the vision.
It'll work.
Okay, we got to go, folks.
we gotta
And
go.
this is our last program before the new year.
That's it.
So we want to say Merry Christmas to
Christmas.
everybody, and we
Right.
hope that you have a blessed one, and be safe. Be safe. All right. Wear your mask.
Wear your mask if you're
Wear
out.
your mask and get your sanitizer and all that good stuff. All right. We want to see you around next year. God bless you. Bye bye.
Cronin Toyota and Cronin Nissan are honored to partner with Proudly We Served, as well as the continued support of our local active and retired military veterans across eastern Indiana.